Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's another Husam X Tom Little. Husam ignoring my WhatsApp message. What happened? Oh shit, LB, I go out on Friday nights, my brother. If you want Thursday during the day or Friday during the day, let me know. Anyway, big up chat. Make sure you guys are all liking. Make sure you guys are all subscribing. And I'm here, Habibi. And I'm here. And you know, guys, it's always Tom that's late. He always blames me for God knows what's reason. And he was late. I was here all along and I was just waiting on him. But anyway, he's here now. So joining us on the channel is the man, the myth, the legend, my right-hand man. I'm Gerard and he's Henderson. Man like Tom Little is in the building. Make sure you guys wish him a happy birthday in the chat because he turns 17 today. Happy birthday, Tom Little. How are you doing, Tom, man?
I'm here to fight some wild accusations. First of all, I was on with LB. We were talking about all the drama in the Premier League at the minute with all these bans. But I also have proof that Husam messaged me saying, "Why are you always late?" I asked, "Where's the link?" and he said, "Good point."
Guys, Tom got disconnected. It's crazy how Tom get disconnected. See, when he's lying.
The point, I hadn't even had the link, and this is not just a new thing with Husam. There was a point where for 4 streams in a row, he would not send me the link and then go, "Why are you late?" Like it's my fault. Like I'm supposed to be able to guess the StreamYard link. But anyway,
aren't you like the right hand man? Aren't you like the Husam guy right here?
I'm not Houdini.
You know, I was walking down the street today when I was heading to the gym, and a guy stopped me in the street. He's like, "Oh, you're Tom Little's friend, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Tom Little's friend." He's like, "You're the guy that recruited him." I'm like, "Yeah, I recruited him. You know, I took him from the doldrums of YouTube, and now he's a superstar." Big up Tom Little, man. Oh my days. Big up chat, big up all of you guys, man. Trent Sloyer, man like Kingsman, Toxic Stash, man like Eclipse, Nico, LB. Big up my brother. Let me know if you want to do during the day. Big up Nunya, big up Andre, big up Revenite, John, big up to Michael Uzoho, Connor the Red, man like Guled is in the building, man like Revenite is in the building. Luke Almond, is that Shane Almond's dad by any chance? Big up to Mojis. Big up to Ricky. Big up to, I appreciate you, Ricky. Live Arsenal forever. Big up to Big G. Big up to Moroccan Monkey. I told you need to change your name because I cannot keep calling someone Moroccan Monkey on YouTube. Anyway, chat. Get the likes up. Subscribe. Big up Toka, my brother.
Do you want to know what's mad to Sam? Do you want to know what's mad real quick? This is our first stream together in 13 days.
I mean, the international break, bro, it was just... No, because you know what it is, Luke? There's a guy called Shane Almond who used to be in my chat and then disappeared. So I only had to assume maybe Luke is Shane's dad and he's here to fill in for his son. Big up Shane Almond, wherever the fuck he's gone. But anyway, like the videos. Tom, you're a fraud. Love you, fact. So run the likes up, Habibi. Subscribe. Keep getting involved in chat. And there's a lot to ask Tom about. Before I do that, guys, YouTube is telling me you guys are sharing the videos at record rates as well. So continue to hit that share button. Share the video on YouTube. Share it on WhatsApp. Share it everywhere. Moroccan Monkey. The problem is not the country. The problem is the monkey part. That's the problem. I cannot keep calling someone Moroccan Monkey. That's the problem. The problem is not the country. The problem is the monkey part, you fraud. Anyway, Tom. General question before we get to the details, the deeper details of Liverpool right now. How do you feel about Liverpool Football Club currently?
I'm happy. I'm very happy with the football club right now. I don't think there's much to complain about. I think we've got a lot of players that I like at the football club, bar left back. I've got a lot of players I like at the football club. The atmosphere is very good. We're winning games. The biggest thing was last year, I actually looked forward to international breaks because I wouldn't have to watch us. Now I want the international breaks to end again because I want to watch us again. I enjoy the football we play. I enjoy the players that we're watching. I've really got nothing to worry about. There's not much more positive I can say. There's just very good feelings around the football club in it, and 90% of the players at the football club.
How are you feeling about the whole Andre to Fulham situation, just so we can get it out of the way? Because as you can see in the background, big up Vel, he decided to just put up all the midfielders. Big up Flawless Degenerate. Guys, what's happening to all these names? Flawless Degenerate, Moroccan Monkey. What the fuck, man? Can we just get some normal names up in here? Welcome to the channel for the first time, Flawless. I'm gonna need you to change the name though. And Pablo, stop calling Tom Little like warm. Like it's just wrong. So how are you feeling about the whole Andre to Fulham situation?
A bit annoying because I know that we wanted them, but it's what it is. The one thing that it can't do is we can't do what we've done in the past, which is, oh no, we didn't get our number one target. We're not going to sign anyone. No, go out and sign someone. If you got to pay, I know that Endo was the priority target, but if you've got to go pay more and get a Douglas Luiz or a Kamara or whoever, I'm just rattling off names like a Palhinha or a Decore or a, I don't know who else, Max Wafer, whoever it is, you got to go out and get a DM because it's clearly the problem position. That and left centre back, left back thing, that is the problem areas. You can address both of them this January. We are on for something.
Did you hear the rumours?
The Inacio one.
Are we not the dumbest club in the universe? Be honest. Just right now, let's be honest.
I don't think it was as simple as we should have just paid that one. I believe that there was something like what happened with Suarez. No, hear me out. He
was about 20 million cheaper just 3 months ago.
No, but hear me out. So when we had Suarez, this is the one I always like it back to. But when we had Suarez,
the dumbest decision ever. It'll actually be stupid.
No, but I don't think it was as simple as I think what it was
He had a release clause.
No, I know, but just because he had a release clause didn't mean he would have joined us straight away. I think it was a situation where him, as a Sporting fan and Sporting as a club, had a gentleman's agreement like we've done in the past where he goes, right, I'll give you one more season. I'm going next year. You'll get more money if I sign a new deal. We done that with Suarez. We got him to sign a new deal, even though we knew he wasn't going to stay, but it got us under 20-odd million for him. So this is what clubs do, especially a club like Sporting who aren't in the major league, so they need to maximise the money they get from these homegrown products. It's 52 million. You know what? Would it have been nice again for 38? 100%. 100% would have been even better. But 52 is 52. And I don't believe there was a world. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe we are just dickheads, which I can't rule out because we have done it in the past. But my head is going, you would have got them in the summer if this wasn't a thing. So I just think it's something along the lines of he had a gentleman's agreement with Sporting to where he'll get them more money, but he gets to go to whatever club he wants rather than a club has to, match the asking price. So it is what it is. I hope we get him. Whether you get a DM has to be a solid DM, but as long as we get a DM and an Inacio type player, I think we could be on for a real special end of the season and next couple of seasons because I don't really see many weaknesses in the squad. And I think a lot of players who, come to the end of the contract would look at the situation at the club and go, wow, they're not going to sign for another 2 years, 3 years. There's really no signs of the club slowing down or falling off in the world of football. So,
but if you can't admit that it's a mistake, we have to also be we have to be objective and constructive, kind of criticizing our own club. That's the thing.
No, but in terms of
because remember me and you, when I'd say probably. When did the season end for us? Let's say around May. To be fair, our season ended January last year anyway. But let's say around May time. When we first spoke, Inacio was one of the first names we spoke about. We said, you know what, we should just get a centre back. And if he was actually available for a cheaper release clause, then it begs the question, why didn't we just sign him? That's the question that makes sense.
I know. If it comes out in the woodwork that we could have signed him but didn't, and now went back in for him, then it's an idiot move. But I believe there's other factors behind it. Because whether it's blissful or not, I just believe there might be other factors.
Yeah, there are other factors. Liverpool's stupidity. That's the other factor. Unbelievable. I don't think anything justifies just suddenly not going for a player and then you just go back for the same player back again in January. If it's a Virgil van Dijk situation where we were tapping up Inacio, right? And we had to publicly apologize and be fair enough, you know what, we have to come back for him. But the fact that we just sat back on our ass and was nothing's happening, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly we're we need a centre back in January. Also, the question now becomes with the whole Andre situation, do Liverpool go back to their old ways, okay? Or do Liverpool Football Club now make the smart decision and go for the plan B DM? That's the ultimate question, Tom, because we know...
I think you have to.
And by the way, let me make something clear right now. The people who watch this as football knew that we weren't going to sign Andre before everyone else. I'm not going to do the cheeky ITK thing, but you guys know that if I know something, I'll let you guys know, and it's always a for sure thing. And second of all, if we want Andre, please don't think Fulham are stopping us. I don't know what the hell it is. For God knows what reason, we don't like signing players from South America. Honestly, it might be a club thing. It might be a lenders thing. It might be a in-house club thing where we just don't like signing players from the South American continent directly. Like, it's like we want them to have some sort of experience in Europe, you know? So, oh, look at this fucking Madrid random fan appearing in the chat. For sure, like Bellingham. Yeah, okay, you're Real Madrid. Well, the only similarity between you and Fulham is you wear white. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, Tom, with the whole midfield situation, who's the plan B? And if you say Decore, I will remove you from the stream right now, and I will never invite you back on This Is Football. Don't be an asshole. Give me a real.
Even though I think Decore will be a good option, I won't say Decore because I think you might find better value.
And he's not worth 70 M's.
I think he's good enough, but that's a different conversation. If it's not Andre, then you got to look at. It depends what we want. Do we want a more natural DM in terms of an out-and-out DM who is just there as a destroyer? In which case, even though I don't think he aligns with the age profiles and everything, if you're able to get Joao Palhinha for 40 million, you go get Joao Palhinha for 40 million. If not, if you want someone who is more of the mould of what a McAllister is, but wins his duels, then you'd look at someone like a Douglas Luiz or a Matt Weaver.
Douglas Luiz hype. Here we go.
I mean,
the same guy that Szoboszlai bullied at Anfield.
Yeah, Szoboszlai bullied a lot of good players.
So you're just believing in this in form, in the moment type thing?
No, I think he's been a decent player for the last couple of years, but I want to know who you would get.
I want a bastard. I want an absolute bastard. By the way, speaking of bastards in the chat, 230 people in here. We ain't even on 100 likes yet. Hit the like button before Lauren bans you all. Hit the like button right now and subscribe. You know what we need? We need Lee Cattermole with pace and power who can pass the football. That's what we need. We need an asshole. We need Lee Cattermole without the red cards. Because you know what this whole thing about Liverpool 2.0, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna, this time it's gonna be like attack together and defend together and all this crap. And you watch Liverpool Football Club and my mind ain't changed. It just proves that we need a DM. Like, it's just like nothing changed. And you know why? We actually have the highest XG in our games, not because of our amazing attack that plays a part, but also because we get attacked a lot. So you know what you need to stop counterattacks? A bastard DM. And I think Palhinha suits us. And I've always said, it's just, I wish we signed Edson Alvarez, bro. That's the one guy I wish. I've always said, pace and power, okay, is very important. Ideally, you'd have someone with pace and power. You either need pace or power, at least minimum. The problem with Endo, for example, is he has no pace, no power. So it's just like it's difficult for him to get involved in the English Premier League like that. That's why I feel like we just need someone who's just an asshole, Gattuso light, exactly, Michael. Someone who just tackles people, stuff like that. And that's the thing. It's just, I honestly, I just don't know other than Palhinha. Who else is there, to be honest with you? Who else is there who's a destroyer DM currently? Salam, Hafsa. Who? Ugarte. Oh, you know who said we should sign Ugarte 6 months ago? Me.
So I still like Czech. I know you don't like him, but I'm still a fan of Czech Decore. I think he could work here. If I'm going off the top of my head, there's a final DM who's apparently very good. There's a lad who plays for Salisbury, a French lad who's apparently very good. I just don't know whether we want an outright destroyer or a more, in terms of how we played the midfielders, this like fluid system thing. I don't know if that's the type of midfielder we want. Someone who's the best defensively, obviously, but more of a centre mid type of player. I don't know what the plan is, but I can. If we get Palhinha, the only part that bothers me is the age. The only part that bothers me is the age. Czech Decore, the only part that bothers me is the price. If you want to go for a youngster, it's a bit of pressure on them, but it's how we've always operated. The issue is there isn't a clear and obvious DM target for us at this point. I couldn't tell you right now who the perfect DM would be for us right here, right now, who's available on the market. I think it's a very tough
Tyler
thing
Adams
to
is
figure out.
definitely not him. Tyler Adams is definitely not him. Tyler
The
Adams
same,
is
the
definitely
same Tyler Adams who was injured until bloody March.
Chase Spearing.
And no, I don't want fucking Calvin Phillips either.
Why? Tell me. There are people considering that, to be honest.
The fact that he has struggled so massively at Manchester City for a multitude of reasons, most of which include his own self-discipline, is a massive red flag. I don't think he's injury prone per se, but I don't think he's able to last for us. I certainly wouldn't want him at DM. No. If you can't handle it at City this spectacularly, I don't want you at Liverpool. Manu Kone, that's another one that you got to look at and go, maybe. Manu Kone is one which is going to be one of those ones to talk about. KDH, maybe, if I was truly desperate. If I was truly desperate, Dewsbury Hall would be like,
oh my God.
Panic.
What's wrong with you, man?
I'm messing. Oh, look. For me, if you were to ask me, like, the main ones I go for, Sheikh Kone, Manu Kone, Palhinha, or if you really wanted to gamble, which I don't think you can do, but if you really wanted to gamble, you could try Kevin Turan and see if you can mold him into a DM.
Oh, you're so jarring, Tom. You're actually so jarring sometimes. How can Kevin Turan be molded into a DM, bro? You're so full of it sometimes. You're so full of it.
Oh, how did Fabinho get molded into a DM? He was a fucking right back.
No. Don't even try. Don't even try that one. It's not even mildly similar. First of all, big up all the people who joined us from Footy Judge Mo's channel. 350 people are in here. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Everyone right now, hit the like button right now. Subscribe to this football. 115 likes is our first target. Big up to my guy Badr, who says running up and down will injure Dom and the center midfielders. DMs a must. I completely agree with this. Tom thinks that we should have played Szoboszlai in all the Europa League games because he's a professional.
No, I don't.
But he's ran the most out of any Premier League midfielder this season. And what I don't want is Szoboszlai to get injured just because of our incompetence. I want him to be fit till the end of the season, and I want us to choose our moments in which we should play him. And also, people need to remember, we enter this bastard December period where it's a game every 2 days. Every 3 days, there's a game. Vela's going to make so many watch-alongs, he's probably going to delete Photoshop by the time he's done with this fucking thumbnail crap. But anyway, Tom, how you feel, mister, about this whole... and actually, no, don't tell me how you feel, because I want to ask you a more important question. Big up to you, Badr.
Okay.
Big up to Suraida, says like him because Husam is a fraud. Hi, everyone. Hello, Suraida. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you to you as well, Badr. And make sure you guys are listening to Suraida. Hit the like button right now and subscribe to the channel right now. Oh, my days, man. Oh, my days, Roms, Badr. Hear my man, blood. Hear my man. What are you talking about, Habib? What are you talking about? Bro, we need pace and
you
power.
lose too much. You lose too much of his game. He's too good at centre mid. You don't want to take that away.
Yeah, we need.
DM.
No, he's not too good at centre mid. He's just good.
He's too good at centre mid.
A man said too good. Relax. He's just good.
But me and you will have an argument later on in the stream about Manchester City, the midfield would start for Manchester City. But hey ho.
Fairs. Big up to Frankie Fast Hands who says in Tom Little's autobiography, it's not my birthday. Man like Frankie, best super chat ever. He states that he lives his life like Endo in the six. What does this mean? What does this mean, Tom? And Mr. the biggest supporter of Endo, can you tell the people thoughts on Endo as well? What the fucking super chat? Yo, this guy's elite. Whoever you are, Frankie, you're elite, Frankie. You're elite.
Living life like Endo in the six, being in positions that I shouldn't be, being shocked that I'm in the positions and being slow in those positions, but being happy anyway. My thoughts on Endo. He looked. You remember that phase we had with Fabinho where you could see the pace was going. It hadn't gone, but it was going. We're at that stage with Endo, but we haven't even had the 3 years of good performances yet. We're just at the part where he's just slowing down. If he starts games, he looks slow. If he comes on in the 70th minute, he looks fine. But that's because he's playing against players who just played
We're
70
going to
minutes.
finally admit publicly that you were wrong and I was right.
I mean, again, what was I wrong on? I never said
Don't dare
Endo
ask in
starter.
terms of what. Please don't dare ask.
I never said
Don't
I
try
never said
ask
Endo be a
like we weren't
starter.
gassing up Endo. Have some shame and decorum, Tom.
I never said Endo be a starter. I said he'd be a decent squad player. Is he going to be a decent
Okay,
squad
is
player?
he even a
Probably
decent
not.
squad player? Be honest.
Probably not. No, probably
Thank
not.
you.
But he's won a Champions League, so that's all that matters, people.
He's won an Asian Champions League, man. What is wrong with you? Can you stop saying win the Champions League like he's won it with Stuttgart? And no, this is not even true. Big up to you, Frankie. This is not true. Fabinho right now is quicker than Endo, even with him losing his legs. Have some shame and decorum. Anyway, guys, as I said, likes up right now. Subscribe. Big up Frankie for the most elite super chat. Big up Suraida and Badr. Firmino's pre-ordered book ain't signed as he said. What's this supposed to mean?
I know that he maybe just didn't sign the books that he said you were going to get. Who knows?
Oh. Try look at towards, big up Marius for the super chat as well. Try to look towards the end. Try to look like maybe at the end of the book or at the start of it. I don't know if Tom Little is getting the Firmino book. I mean,
I've not bought it yet. I might buy it later on, but not yet.
Pearce. We can do another book club. Big up to you, Marius. Thank you so much for the super chat. Actually, you need to visit Romania. You know, that's definitely one of the countries on the bucket list. Anyway, Tom, rank the 6 midfielders.
So far this
Or
season.
if you want anyone that played midfield for Liverpool this season, from best to worst, with giving me a 15-second explanation for each. Go on.
I'll include Gakpo as well, but I won't include like any other fringe players. Bottom is Endo. I don't need to explain that one. Then it's probably Gakpo. Then it's Elliott, because I think he's a better wide player than a midfielder. He's had good cameos off the bench, but like I said, that comes when he plays more advanced. When he starts, I just think that you can see that he's not all physically there yet. Then it's McAllister playing at playing that position. I think there's more to come from him. I've got enough to like time you over until he gets into his natural position, but until then, once he gets in that position, sorry, I'm going to need to see a big step up. Then it is Gravenberch Jones. I think that I'm going to slightly edge Gravenberch. I think Jones has been fantastic. And in big games, I'd still lean towards
Tom Little
Jones.
always fights me and then ends up saying what I'm saying. But go on, Tom.
Not because I think Jones has been bad. I think Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and Jones have been the best three, but Gravenberch has just had a little bit more on an attacking end. But still, in big games, in big moments, I would want Curtis Jones just for the solidity he provides us. Gravenberch has been a shock. I didn't think he'd be as good as he is. He's been fantastic. Real good in the attacking phase. I just think there's games where he almost... The only qualm I've got is he sometimes just like games passing by at points, which if he can just get involved in these games a little bit more often, then 100% you're looking at one of the best midfielders in the league. And number one is Szoboszlai, because not only is he a very good looking man, he's also a very good midfielder. Did
I say rank them via looks?
Going from Henderson for however many years you had to go to him to Szoboszlai has been... It's been like, you know, one of them life-changing moments. That's what it's been. So Szoboszlai is quite clearly number one. But yeah, I don't think you disagree with any of that. I think you'd agree with that entire ranking, because I think that is the unanimous best rank. The only change, if someone sat there and said to me that Jones is above Gravenberch, I'd hear that. But
okay, now give me the ranking from best to worst without explanation, just so we can wrap up the ranking.
Number one is Szoboszlai. Number two is Gravenberch. Number three is Jones. Number four is McAllister. Number five is Elliott. Number six is Gakpo. Number seven is Endo. Okay,
do you feel like McAllister is being scapegoated?
A little bit, yeah.
Why?
I don't think... I think he hasn't played very well in certain games, but I also think that is partly due to the role he's in. We didn't buy him to be this DM. We didn't buy him for that, so I struggle to judge him by that. I've seen enough. When he gets in positions where he can't attack... Did you watch
Brazil-Argentina yesterday?
No, because it was on at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. I want to sleep.
Brazil was McAllister was balling in that game, but you know why? Because he had Rodrigo de Paul, who was the DM next to him. He's not a DM.
We didn't buy McAllister to be this DM. He was bought as one of the best attacking midfielders in the Premier League last season. That was what he was. That was what we bought him for. We haven't used him in that capacity. Can you be a bit disappointed? I'm sure, but in terms of, you know, am I, you know, done with him? He's mid Allister. He's this, that. No, like I'm fine. I'll probably start to judge him a little bit more harshly when he gets put in his position as a centre mid or an attacking mid, which is what we bought him for. But right now at DM, I struggle to really, you know, slag him off because I do have a bit of sympathy for him. And I didn't include Thiago because Thiago hasn't started the game for Liverpool since fucking January. How can I put him in a ranking of our best midfielders this season when the only photo I've seen of him this season was in fucking June?
You're mad at Thiago.
Oh, I'm sick of him.
You know what's the funniest part? If I were just to say like bar for bar right now, who's our best DM? Loki's Thiago. That's the saddest.
I'm not putting him there. Fuck off. I'm not putting him there.
No, I'm just saying right now, if you just line them up and they're all fit, and in a hypothetical world, who's our best DM? Thiago's our best DM.
By Chesic.
Oh, you're a liar. You're just gonna lie publicly. You know it's Thiago as well, so don't even try.
And you're not hearing me give any more praise for Thiago. I'm sick of him.
Until he comes in, this is Tom Little. I promise you, Thiago comes and plays 7 good games. He'll be on Husam X Tom Little ejaculating. Remember, Husam told you. Big up to Marius, who's back again with another super chat. Big up the Romanian people. I just watched yesterday's videos, and everyone used the word injuries as an excuse. Remember 2020 when we had 20 centre back pairings and rivals didn't care? That's why, for me, I fail to give any sympathy towards anyone using the words injuries and shit like that. I'm sorry.
We've had in
2020 when I was on Spaces and I first made 2021 first made Spaces, started doing YouTube. They told me everyone has injuries, get over it. They told me stop using excuses. So I'm not gonna sit up here and go like, well, this guy has injuries, that guy. You told me get over it. You told me get over it. So I'm not gonna give you any sympathy. Hold that. You know,
we've had injuries this season, mate. Look at the last game against Brentford. We had 2 fit midfielders.
Yeah,
McAllister was suspended, but Jones was injured. Gravenberch was injured. We had to play Gakpo as an attacking mid or striker at centre mid. And the only
people stop playing Tyler Morton as well.
Was
Can you have some shame, please?
Centre back going to Wolves this season. No Van Dijk or Konate. So we have to give a start to Jarrell Quansah. No Trent that game as well. He was injured. Robertson's injured. Out of the starters, if you had to do our best starting 11 this season, Allister hasn't been injured. Trent's been injured. Konate's been injured. Van Dijk hasn't been injured. Robertson's been injured. McAllister hasn't been injured. Szoboszlai has been injured. Gravenberch and Jones have been injured. Salah hasn't been injured. Diaz has been injured, I think. Gakpo has been injured. Nunez has been injured. Jota hasn't been injured. So the majority of our first team have been injured at a point or another this season, but we haven't sat there and went,
that's why we need to focus on the rotation as well.
I think we are doing it well.
You know what's going to be a key rotation? This is where Klopp also needs to earn his money. You know what will be a key rotation? We play Man United and then West Ham in the Carabao Cup and then Arsenal. That West Ham game now, let's assume for the sake of argument, we get to December 17th and we're like, I don't know, like 3 points ahead of City, and we're like actively in a title race. Suddenly the importance of that game is minimized. I know what you'll say, we're 2 games away from a trophy, which I agree with you. We are 2 games away from a trophy, which is fair. However, I would not risk like that game like that.
I think let's just put ourselves in that situation where everyone's fit. I don't think everyone, but let's just put ourselves in an ideal where everyone's fit. If I were to try and run that rotation for 3 games, Alisson would be in goal. So United starting 11 would be Alisson, Trent, probably Gomez, Van Dijk, Tsimikas,
Gomez, where's Konate, brother?
I'm saving Konate. I've got to figure it all out. I think I can play a weaker team against United than I can do against Arsenal. So McAllister,
Man United, I'm here for it.
Szoboszlai, Jones, or Gravenberch. I don't really mind which one plays there. Salah, Nunez, Diaz or Jota. Then you get to 3 days' time, West Ham. Salah doesn't
Yeah.
have to play, but he can come off the bench. Szoboszlai doesn't have to play, but he can come off the bench. I would start something like Kelleher. Gomez would then play at right back. Then I'd play Quansah, Matip, Tsimikas. Quansah, Matip, Tsimikas. Then I'd go DM as Endo. Centre mids as McAllister and what's his name? Curtis Jones or Gavin Birch. Elliott on the right. Gakpo up front. Jota or Diaz on the left, whoever didn't play. Then you get to Arsenal and just go full strength. But you can take, let's say we're 3-0 up against United in the 50th minute. I can take off players then. I can take off McAllister. I can take off.
3-0 up in the 50th minute. I love our confidence.
I don't need to. I don't.
By the way, I hope this complacency doesn't seep into the players. By the way,
no, it won't do. It won't do. It won't do. They're professionals. I'm sitting here on a Liverpool show on a fucking Dortmund top. But no, I think there's certain things which you look at.
Who's on the back? Emre Can?
No, no one's on the back. No one's on the back. This
You're
is
a liar.
no.
100% someone's on the back. Oh, okay, fair enough. First time. This is your first ever shirt with no one on the back. What the hell?
I know. If we play a weaker team against United, you lose. I watched us beat United 7-0 last year with Fabinho, Henderson, Elliott in midfield. I don't think it gets much weaker than that. Look, he's a manager, but we will figure it out. Jurgen Klopp will figure it out. There's a lot of games in that month. Maybe you'll pick and choose, but we've been in situations like this before. This is the thing. We've been in situations like this before. We've come through it.
Thiago by light years, man. International break has broken Tom. I think Tom's broken without even the international break. He's just broken.
No, I'm just sick of Thiago.
You're sick of him being injured. But if everyone's lined up in front of you and they're all fit, who's our best DM? Go on.
Bajcetic.
You're such a liar. You're such a liar. Why are you lying to the public people?
I don't think Thiago's a good DM. I think he's a good centre mid, but I don't think he's a good DM.
You're so fucking shameless. So shameless.
When was his last good game at DM?
Like all of last season, anytime he played? Like all of them, literally?
Right,
where was you want him in the 80s? Good. You want him in the 60s?
What game? Good. Oh, hold on. What game last season was Thiago at DM for?
I don't remember last season. I erased it from my memory. I done the whole Men in Black thing.
I will find out for you, mate. I will find out. Thiago.
He's definitely played DM in a game or two.
As a DM.
And by the way, speaking of, thank you so much, Balaji. By the way, it's been a really long time since I've seen you. I hope you're good, Habibi. Big up Honesty Hortensia here. And this is where Tom needs to be bullied for his opinions on Darwin Nunez. I told you guys about Darwin Nunez. He's the top goal scorer in South America. No. I backed Nunez from the start. Tom Little wanted him sold, and this is exactly why you back your players. Back your players and always be FSG out so your players can get help. I told man about Darwin Nunez, and they didn't want to listen. And Tom Little was on here every week saying we should sell him, saying he's a donkey, saying he's a Ford truck. Hold that, Tom Little. Hold that, Tom Little. What do you think of Darwin Nunez being top goal scorer? Go on.
Right, Shaz. I don't even need. You're not going to take time. Go to any stream last season and find me a clip where Husam is slagging off Darwin Nunez because I defend that man. But Darwin, I knew
I've never slandered Nunez ever on any video.
Have you not? What? No. So were you just lovingly calling him a Ford truck?
I told man, blood. I told man.
No. So was calling that man a Ford truck, an endearing term. I'm not.
Have you ever thought, because you clearly don't know much about me, because last time I told you, what's the flag of Jordan? You said Djibouti, because you're a fraud, and even you've been working with me 2 years. Have you ever asked me what's my favorite car? Have you ever asked me what's my dream car?
No.
My dream car is a Ford F-150 truck. You know that, right?
Is it?
So I called them my favorite truck. What's the problem?
So why would you not call Salah your favorite truck?
Because Salah's like Ferrari. Salah's like Ferrari. Come on.
I'm not even gonna
prove it, Balaji. The old account's gone. Can you prove any of this? You can't prove any of this.
the last game Thiago played as a DM for Liverpool was against Arsenal on October 9th.
And we won that game. Hold that.
We lost 3-2.
He played after that 100%.
No, he didn't.
It's not about the position. It's not about the starting position, Tom, or the transfer market thing. It's about what we see with our very own eyes. You know, that's the thing. But it says you lie, Husam. Many tweets.
Tucker raised a very good point. What about in the Newcastle game just before he scored? Where we should have kept the one.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know about the whole Awani thing. That never happened. Which game was it? I'll go to it right now.
The one where Darwin Nunez scored a brace.
Okay. You want to get dunked on right now, and I'll prove to you it wasn't me.
It wasn't you who said it.
Oh, you know who's it was Tyler Jones, who's a fraud in the chat right now. He super chatted it. I was simply reading on the super chat. You wanna go to it right now? Okay, no problem. We'll go to it. It's not like I've deleted my content. It's literally here. Here we go. No one cares about you, bloody ad. Actually, no, watch the ad when you're watching my channel so I get money. 1 second. Here you go. Look. Tyler Jones, you're saying you want to see? We would have been better off keeping Awani. See? We would have been better off keeping Awani. I was just reading a super chat. Nunez guy for 60 million.
Hold on. Let's rewind. We would have actually been better off keeping Awani, Tyler Jones. You're saying you want to see? We would have been here. See? End of the season, I want to see if Awani greater than Nunez. See? It was him. It was a super chat, bro. So you want me to not respect the super chat? No. So the super chat read, I'm gonna find. So I don't have to keep watching your phone through a small camera because I remember the stream. The super chat said itself. It's very, very self. Let's just get to scrolling down here because we are doing a full VAR review. We are doing, and this ain't like Tottenham. This is a proper VAR review. I ain't like those people. I'm not one of those Daz fellas. I do proper reviews. Where are we at? That's Wolves. We're past that. We keep going down. We're looking for Newcastle. Match reaction live watch along. Perfect. So I then go into the comments of the live watch along because there are wonderful people. There are wonderful people who put timestamps in the comments of the live watch alongs. I then click play. Tyler Jones said, at end of season, I want to see if Awani is better than Nunez. That is what the DM said. That's what the super chat said, sorry. The super chat said, end of season, I want to see if Awani is better than Nunez. Husam then proceeds to say,
Awani had 3 goals at the time and Darwin Nunez had 0. So by definition...
VAR is in review here, mate. VAR is in review here. So, the next thing Husam says is...
He scores. What do you mean, the next thing?
We would have been better off keeping Awani than buying this Darwin Nunez guy for 60 million. And then it's Nunez. Oh, what a goal. I never doubted you. VAR review. Check complete. Disallowed. Husam has not been a supporter of Darwin Nunez this whole time. Disallowed.
So you didn't say sell him last season?
No, I never said sell him last season.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Find me where I said sell him.
I can't because you waffle everywhere, Tom.
I never said sell him. I might. The closest you got to sell him was me going, oh, Sally March just scored more goals on this season. Ha ha ha. Never said
you were on a stream with me and Monts. Reading out names of players who has more goals than Nunez. Don't act like you backed Nunez. No, you didn't. Exactly. Great process, lad.
So reading a list doesn't mean means I don't want to back it. I was just getting involved with the laughing. I was getting involved. I do that with a lot of players.
Awani is a baller, by the way. Let's not disrespect Awani now. But anyway, listen. I don't want to start a Darwin Nunez argument. First of all, guys, there's 400 people watching us. Big up to Mr. Link, Will, Balaji. Big up to who's Monius? Manus. That's the yeah. Big up Frankie, big up Suraida, big up Badr for the super chats. Make sure you guys are all liking and subscribing right now. Hit that like button. Right now, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Right now, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Habibis. So now, Tom Little, we have to speak about the man at the helm. Was under a lot of criticism last season, rightfully so. Do you think Jurgen Klopp deserves massive credit this season for all the work he's done?
Yeah, I think everyone in the
But,
club
I don't know who to go to first. I'm going to go to you, Tom, as Liverpool got smacked up today. What are you saying?
It's okay, Tom.
Jurgen, mate, I love you, but it's time to go. I think this is what it's come to. I don't think the players are buying into it anymore. I really don't, because I looked at that game beforehand. I looked at it and I thought he's put out
Evidence, Your Honor! Evidence! Which is worse? Not backing Darwin Nunez or wanting Klopp sacked? Huh, chat?
I'll tell you what, mate. I'll tell you what.
1 second, Tom. This is your moment to get roasted. Will says to think Thomas Klopp out Tuchel, and he wanted Thomas Tuchel. And on top of that, Khalid says Tom wanted Klopp sacked. We can never forget. We can never forget. Chat, which one's worse? Chat right now, which one's worse? Not backing Darwin or wanting to sack Jurgen Klopp? Chat, be honest right now.
All I'll say on the matter is...
Apologize to the British public right now, Tom Little.
All I will say on the matter is AI is mad these days.
Downing Street party
the things AI can do. The things AI can do these days in terms of deep fakes and stuff is ridiculously good. That's brilliant, though.
You're lying publicly to the British public. Don't lie. That's not AI.
I fucked up. But
yeah, okay. Apologize then. Say you were wrong.
I've had a full court case about this, Husam. I don't need to apologize anymore. I've served my time. I've done my punishment. I've owned up to my mistakes. They happened. That it was, I wasn't in the right headspace and everything. I've just,
But I don't know who to go to first. I'm going to go to you, Tom, as Liverpool got smacked up today. What are you saying?
It's okay, Tom.
Jurgen, mate, I love you, but it's time to go. I think this is what it's come to. I don't think the players are buying into it anymore. I really don't, because I looked at that.
That's none of my business. That's not of my business. People want apologies for Darwin. Who backed Jurgen Klopp last season, huh? Who was one of the members of the Klopp Defense League defending Klopp week in, week out? I'm saying it's not him. It's this bloody FSG not giving him money. Now what? Huh? Hold that. Big up to Lauren says, not only did you slander Klopp, but you already had a replacement for him. This might be unforgivable. Big up, Lauren. Dunk on his head top all the way from Canada.
I do still have that replacement. I do still have that replacement.
Might not know, because she joined us this season. The replacements that Tom Little wanted for Jurgen Klopp was Ruben Amorim, Thomas Tuchel, and Xabi Alonso. He wanted Thomas Tuchel to come in and play Mo Salah left wing back. This is what he wanted. This or Ruben Amorim, who's Brendan Rodgers from Portugal. That's what he wanted, to come up here. And you know what? I'm going to set up a poll. And I don't have to lie about the results. You guys already know which one's more embarrassing. I'm going to post it right now on the thing. You vote. Which one's worse? Wanting Klopp out or not backing Nunez? Be honest. Be honest, chat. But anyway, Tom, go ahead. Defend yourself as I set up the poll.
I've saved my time for this already. I've saved my time for this already. Okay, it was a mistake that was made in the heat of the moments. There is a full court case on my YouTube channel where you can hear the full, trial, the full acquittal, all that sort of stuff. It was a bad mistake in terms of this season. He deserves an awful lot of credit for what he's done. I think the entire coaching staff deserve an awful lot of credit for what they've done. The one thing I can take a little bit of pride in is the fact that all of us were on the Pep Linders thing last year. I got off the Pep Linders thing first. I praised him for the Gakpo sign. So I'd like to think I'm in the good books with that one. But look, I just it was a pretty bad one. But my one saving grace is I've owned the mistake. I've apologized for the mistake. It happened. We all make mistakes in life. At the end of the day, the shouts for who should replace him. Sporting are currently second in Portugal, tied on points with Benfica and behind on just goal difference. Bayer Leverkusen are top of the German league, playing some of the most exciting football in the world, and Bayern Munich are second and are unbeaten, albeit not very good. But it's not like I was sitting there going, get me fucking, I don't know, Tedic or something. All the ones. Hold on. I just need to. VAR's got another review real quick. VAR's got another review.
He like that.
No. Val was trying to send me something. No, it's all right. It's all right. Look, at the end of the day.
Val, why are you a bastard? Val, me and you are brothers. You bastard. Kansab, Pakistan's in the bad. Big up to you. Kaise ho, bhai. Go on.
I've owned the mistake. It is what it is.
Let's see the results of the poll, blood.
I'm not even on, so I don't know. But it's probably
70% right here. Poll ended. 70%. 70%. Say that 100%. You messed up. Imagine not backing Jurgen Klopp. But anyway, speaking of Klopp, I love Lauren when you talk about Klopp, that's when there's 2 triggers for Lauren. 3, I lied. Klopp, Szoboszlai, and Nunez. These are the 3 triggers. Number 1 trigger is Klopp though. So if you mess with Klopp, boom, you're gonna get roasted. 100%. Anyway, chat, make sure you guys are running the likes, make sure you guys are subscribing. So Tom, let's just talk serious here. You got the Nunez dig, I got the Klopp dig. Listen, we all make mistakes. Your mistake here is a lot worse. My one was like I punched someone in the face. Your one was you shot someone. So it's different. But anyway, let's talk on a real level now. Now we're headed into the most dangerous time of the season, the December period. Period, so many games, so many fixtures, everything just kind of, it's just consistent football. Do you think Liverpool has the squad depth to deal with this December period? Because it does worry me, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I think we do. I like the squad depth. You have to rely on some youngsters here and there, but I think we've got perfectly fine squad depth. I've said it this season, barring DM, I think we've got better squad depth than the year we challenged for the quad. I think the quality of depth is better than that year.
For the quad?
For the quad. I think we got better depth than the
DM part is also important,
Yeah, but that's just, I think we've got better depth in midfield overall. It's just in that one specific position, we don't. But centre-back wise, I think the centre-backs are better. Right-back wise...
Gomez and Matip have both stepped up, so we have to give them credit.
And you're adding Kwanzaa to that mix as well now, along with an improved Kanate.
Not yet, Kwanzaa. Not yet. Still needs time.
No, but he's a depth option. We never had a fifth choice centre back that year. So yeah, I then look at right back wise, Trent and Gomez can fill in there. You've got Conor Bradley who can fill in there. The year we challenged for the quad, it was Nico Williams for half a season, and then
Tsimikas had a very good game against Brentford. 2 assists. One of our better players on the pitch. So we need to stop bitching about Tsimikas.
No. One good game doesn't undo fucking 8 months of shit.
Yeah, okay. You have to blame... let's not even go there. I won't even...
Look,
you really think Tsimikas is that bad? I think as a backup left back, he's okay. It's not
I look at Tsimikas and I just see a backup left back. I just don't see it. I just don't. He's 27. It's not like he's young. He's gonna grow. He's 27.
I'd rather sell Robertson than Tsimikas.
Oh, no.
Well, let me explain to you. I'd rather sell Robertson and get a starting level left back. Relax. Why are you always mad? Listen first and then fight. I'd rather us sell Robertson and get a starting level left back. Imagine, right? We sell Robertson tomorrow and we get Theo Hernandez, okay? Or we get Nuno Mendes from PSG. I really like him. Or we get Alphonso Davies. I'd rather that than us getting rid of Tsimikas and then just getting another backup left back who's mid anyway. Just think about it. If you think about it, I'd rather get a left back who's full on quality, one of the best left backs on earth, than get a backup left back who I can't guarantee if he'll be more mid than Tsimikas or less mid than Tsimikas. Because it's just Tsimikas is a backup left back anyway. He can be mid. It's okay.
What I would do is get rid of Tsimikas and bring in an Asio. And then when you're playing this system, because I assume we're going to stick with this system, the left back doesn't have as much attacking responsibility. So I then look at it and go, I have my starting one, which is an Asio. And in games where the opposition are low, in games which the opposition are poor, I can then put in Robertson when I want a little bit more of an attacking edge, rather than buying. Let's say we go for Alphonso Davies. He's the one that's most likely to leave the football club. You go for Alphonso Davies. I don't think he's the best defender. I think Robertson's a better defender than him. Attacking wise, Davies gets the nod.
I agree.
Robertson's a better defender. So all you're then doing is
who's better going forward?
Davies, but this is where we'll differ.
By far, also. So we have to be fair.
This is where we'll differ. I want my left back, if we're going to play this system, to be better defensively, because I've got all the other players further forward who can make up for it. That's not to say Robertson is a bad attacker, but he's one of the better defensive left backs in the world. If I bring in an Asio,
who's the left back you'd look? So imagine Davies. Imagine that Davies' name wasn't mentioned. If I told you Theo Hernandez, would you take that then? See, now it's cooking in your brain, you fraud.
No, I probably wouldn't. No, I'd still prefer
Is the one with pink hair at AC Milan? What's his name? That's Theo, right?
Yeah, that's Theo. I wouldn't know. I still prefer my way of Inacio and Robertson, because I think we've moved on from the left back bombing on.
Yeah, but Theo's solid offensively and defensively.
I wouldn't trust Theo Hernandez at centre back.
I think it's the pink hair, and you're just being racist against people with pink hair.
Theo Hernandez hasn't had pink hair for 2 years. So.
No, he's had. Oh my days! You're gonna lie publicly.
When did Theo Hernandez have pink hair?
I'm literally gonna Google it right now. Theo Hernandez, pink hair, right there.
Oh my god! It was last year. Wow!
Literally with Milan right now, he has it. You absolute fraud! Wow. Look at this.
Oh, I was thinking about.
1 second. 2023. Look at this right here. What's this? Oh, he hasn't had pink hair in 2 years.
You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about Mbappe. Did Mbappe have pink hair in 2021?
Mbappe, that's so random. What's this called? Huh? Fraud?
Sorry, I was thinking about Mbappe.
Why are you thinking about Mbappe for?
Anyway. Look, I still wouldn't go. There is not a left back in the world that I would exchange Robertson for at the minute, just because of the system that we play. I would sooner keep Robertson and then buy a centre back left back hybrid, like a Gvardiol if he was available, like an Inacio, like a Thiat, whoever. Buy someone who fits that mold rather than buying a attacking left back. I might even think about Tomori, even like a Fikayo Tomori for that position. I think he could work there.
Yeah, but you keep mentioning centre backs. Don't you think they're the Matip replacement?
You can buy more than one centre back, but I need someone who's capable of operating in a wide area.
Fair. I think you're off. How about Nuno Mendes from PSG? I think he's really good, you know.
Again, I just think it's the same thing of attacking really good, defensively not very good. And he's played as a wing back in a back five. It's a different setup compared to...
Sean, I don't want Chilwell. Why the hell would I want Chilwell? Have some shame. I just keep Robertson.
If there was guns in my head, I had to take a Chelsea left back. I'd take Cucurella over Chilwell.
Fact, I'm taking Cucurella as well. I said Chilwell. So anyway, you said at the start of the stream, by the way, guys, as I said, please do it on the like, subscribe. At the start of the stream, you said the whole midfield for Manchester City thing. By the way, me and Tom, inshallah, tomorrow are gonna team up, because this is why you see I'm smart. I got him a day before so we can get all the fights out the way. So me and him tomorrow can team up. I hope he doesn't stab me in the back in front of company, but it's gonna be me and Tom against LB and Nobbins tomorrow. So it's going to be a 4-man panel preview for Manchester City, Liverpool. Husam X Tom Little with LB X Nobbins coming on from the City side. So, Mr. Little, you said you would play a different midfield against City. What would your midfield be?
I would go for McAllister as the 6.
Actually, give me your whole team.
Right, so whole team will be Alisson, Trent, Canate, Van Dijk, Gomez at left back. You know what? I'm going to go a little bit out there. Harvey on the right, Szoboszlai and Jones, Jota on the left, Nunez and Salah up front.
You're playing a 2-man midfield against
In fact, no. I'll go Gakpo over Nunez.
This is why you're not starting Nunez.
No, I'm having him on the bench.
Chat, help me, chat. Chat, help me, because I had enough of this guy. I've had enough of this guy. Had enough, guys. Chat. Someone speak to this guy. I cannot do it anymore. I cannot do it. Why are you playing Gakpo when you need to counterattack Man City? Can you tell me?
Because I think Gakpo is better defensively.
I read it in the American accent, the Canadian accent. Tom, you're done. Like, you're literally done.
Right, so I've rattled off the play. All I'm going to say is I'm playing the exact same system that we played last season when we beat them.
Brother, that was at Anfield, Tom.
Exactly. So
we're
when
going away to the Etihad. We need to be more defensive. And you're playing 4 forwards.
So you think we were attacking Anfield last year?
No, we were defensive.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm going.
No, you went with 4 forwards.
Elliott on the right, Jota on the left, 2 forwards who can defend, Gakpo and Salah up front. Gakpo has played midfield for a majority of the season. He can play as an attacking midfielder / false 9 thing. If I wanted to go to the Etihad,
let me tell you my team, chat, because I'm not on.
If I wanted to go to the Etihad and actually give them a game, it would be Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk.
No, you're not going to do this. You're not going to do this publicly because you just said your team. Now time for my team.
Okay.
Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, Tsimikas. I'm going Gravenberg, Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai. On the right, Salah. Down the middle, Nunez. On the left, Diaz. That's the team right there. How are you living out the informed attackers as well? You didn't even play Diaz. Diaz just scored twice against Brazil. You know, his testosterone levels right now are flowing. Nunez just scored twice and scored before that against Argentina. What's wrong with you? What is actually wrong with you, honestly?
Because I'm setting up the team defensively. If you want to play defensive, I can
How
play
are you
defensive.
protecting the team defensively?
So Jota and Elliott track back, which they've done exceptionally well when we played them at Anfield last year. And people seem to forget that. They were brilliant at that. Gakpo would be tasked with the role of man marking Rodri, cutting lanes off to Rodri, which I think he does better than Darwin Nunez. I think Nunez is more of a presser. Gakpo is better at cutting off lanes. Salah up front because it's Mo fucking Salah. And then last 20 minutes, once you've...
once
in an ideal world.
Yeah, once they're tiring and we're 3-0 down, by that time, bring on Nunez so he can score twice to make it 3-2. That's what you want.
I don't think we'd be 3-0 down. I don't think we'd be 3-0 down.
Lauren is sending you death threats. Let's play it.
No, can't handle this. Nope. I've heard enough. Fool me once, shame on you, Tom. Fool me twice, still shame on you. Get this man off to Azkaban. I do not want him. He is inmate 116, right beside Hamza. Off you go. Off you go. Azkaban. This is shocking. Shocking IQ. Shocking. Absolutely. It's beyond shame and decorum. It is way beyond this. You're done, Tom. You're done.
So when Klopp does it last year, he's a genius, he's praised. When I do it, I'm the fucking criminal who is trying to ruin us by not playing Darwin Nunez.
Klopp parked the bus, okay?
That's what I'm wanting to do.
Last season, we had Henderson and Fabinho, Tom. Now we have someone like Gravenberg and McAllister. Have some shame and decorum.
I didn't even play McAllister or Gravenberg. I was playing Jones and Szoboszlai in the midfield.
Yeah, and I'm playing Jones, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberg. Why don't you have no balls?
Because we're going away to the Etihad where we haven't won since the days of Benteke and Scale.
Yeah, and it's time to make it another one. And by the way, I hate when people say we haven't won at the Etihad. 1 second. When we were in title races, we drew there. We drew there 2-2. We beat them in the Champions League. That counts because it was Pep and Klopp as well. Let's not act like we didn't beat them. Oh my God, we haven't beat them in the league since the days of Skirtle. As he fails to mention the Champions League win 2-1 where we dunked on their head top in the Etihad. And also, title races, we drew 2-2. COVID season, it didn't matter because we were crap that season anyway. Last season, everyone beat us away from home. We lost to Man United. We lost to Arsenal. We lost to every single bloody team away from home. What makes Manchester City's win special? And the year we won the Premier League, we lost there 5-0. But can you tell the people Tell people the context. The only 2 awake players were Mane and Salah because they're Muslim. The rest of the team was drunk. They literally just won the Premier League. No one gave a fuck. Trent wasn't even able to stand in line properly. That's how much alcohol he had in his system. I'm not going to count that as, oh my God, Etihad is scary. I don't think Liverpool are intimidated by the Etihad. Can you stop talking about us like we're Man United? It's actually disgusting. We're not Man United, Tom. Anyway.
I don't get why I'm being made out to be the villain for trying to play a little bit more of a pragmatic.
You are a villain. You are. Just embrace your villainry. Just embrace it. Stop trying to act like a face. It doesn't work, Roman Reigns. I need whatever this white Hamza is smoking. Yo, that's so wrong. Yo, they're calling him the white Hamza. That's mad. That's mad, Tom Little. Big up to you, brother. Thanks so much. Yo, Hamza. Tom getting dunked on. Big up Queen Nadra, who says, and welcome back, Queen Nadra. Hope you're good. When I saw Chris Kavanagh officiating, I feel like something Oh, I saw that as well, Tom. What do you make of this whole Chris Kavanagh thing?
I need a little bit more proof that his brother has a season ticket before I do anything. Because I think that's a very mad thing to say. If he does, then I think it's absolutely mental. But it also just seems like a very mad thing to say. In terms of, oh yeah, he's in Manchester. His brother's got a season ticket. Look, it's a bit stupid. At least he's not bald. That's the only thing. Bald mank refs are the worst. At least this one's got a head of hair on him. He's still mank, so it's not great. But he's got a head of hair.
Michael Oliver, the referee. It needs to be Michael Oliver in these big games, man. And also, the one thing I'll say is, I'm afraid of officiating regardless. Like, it's just like these guys just are so incompetent. You know what I said yesterday? I said, I told Hamza on Allister, I was like, listen, let's just let Pep and Klopp go at it and may the best man win. Don't get involved as a referee. I'm being honest. Like, don't become the star of the show because we're not trying to talk about you. Big up to you, Nadra. Gakpo should start the false line against City, can drop deep to compensate for the lack of DM and to do a job on Rodri. Bring Nunez on as an impact sub. But guys, you know what I don't like? Certain players thrive off of confidence. Nunez is a confidence player, whether we like to admit it or not. Whether you're a Nunez guy or you're an anti-Nunez guy, Nunez is a confidence player. Nunez just went to represent his country, dunked on everyone. Nunez just went to represent his country and absolutely dunked on everyone. So why the hell would I bench him when he's at his highest? Luis Diaz just felt so emotional with his dad celebrating as he scored twice against Brazil. Why should I bench him? Mo Salah scored 4 goals in the Egyptian qualifiers and had 2 assists in their next game as well. This is the thing. Like, I'm not benching. Those 3 forwards are my informed forwards. I'm genuinely not benching any of them. Now, if you want to play an extra midfielder in Gakpo, like, you know, maybe play a 4-4-2 or something, maybe rest Diaz and play Salah and Nunez up top together. So let's say you play Gakpo as a midfielder, then I understand that if you're going 4 in midfield to try help out. But Nunez needs to start. And I have made a deal with Nunez FC that this Saturday, we're no longer praising chaos. This Saturday, we have to take your chances. I agreed with Mike. I agreed with Lauren. I agreed with all the Nunez sexuals. I said, listen, guys, this Saturday, me and you have to make a deal pre the ball has been kicked. You can't come to me and tell me chaos this, chaos that. He has got to take his chances. This is the ultimate reality. Oh, my God. Oh, my days.
Look.
Oh, my days.
Look, what I will say, I just got a question, Husam. So is there no world where Diogo Jota starts for you?
Vel has Tom Little locked up. That's crazy. That's crazy, Tom. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out.
Again, though, Husam, is there any world where Diogo Jota starts for you?
Honestly, no.
None.
Honestly, no.
That's the part which I just disagree with. I think Diogo Jota has to start this game.
I don't think so.
I think if you're about informed forwards at the minute, Jota got an assist in his last game for Portugal despite playing at left wing back. In his last games for Liverpool, he scored against Brentford, he scored against Toulouse, he scored against Forest, he scored against Toulouse. So in his last 6 appearances, he's got 4 goals. in big game, I know Diogo Jota can perform in these big games. He's performed at the Etihad before. He's scored at the Etihad before. I just look at Diogo Jota, and for me, he's a nailed-on starter. Whether it's whether it's up front or on the left, I don't mind. But for me, Diogo Jota has to start. He has to start. I just don't see a world where you justify him not starting. And I know Nunez has done well over this break, but it comes down to how you want to set up. If we want to go to the Etihad and take the game to Manchester City, by all means, start Darwin Nunez. By all means, because he will do that. But I'm going to the Etihad to piss them off. To piss them off for 70 minutes. To get them annoyed, to get them worked up, to stifle them, whatever word you want to use. I'm going there to be a rock for 70 minutes. Then for the final 20 minutes, Nunez on. Long balls, counter-attacking, pace. When they're drawn out, you'll kill them if you get it right defensively. That's what I'm going for. It's how you look at it. I'm putting a lot of faith in Van Dijk. I'm putting a lot of faith in Canate. I'm putting a lot of faith in Alisson. Whereas I think Husam and a lot of people in the chat are putting their faith in the likes of Salah, Nunez, Diaz. It comes down to how you want to play the game. And for me, I want to play that way. The reason why I would start Gakpo up front is because when it comes to Manchester City, when I watch them, the main style of attack is getting the ball into Rodri and letting him cook. When we beat them at Anfield last season, Roberto Firmino put in one of the most underrated performances of the season on Rodri. He did not let Rodri have a sniff. He did not let Rodri have an inch. And that broke up a lot.
But you see what happened to Rodri against Chelsea? If Pep goes Rodri, Alvarez, and Bernardo Silva again, Rodri's getting abused.
But I don't think he's going to do that because I think he respects us more than Chelsea.
Wow. You disrespectful bastard. You just called Chelsea.
Husam, he's pulled back half his fucking team from internationals due to injuries, despite them not being injured.
Pearce.
That fear category is back. So I want us to set up and have Gakpo tasked with.
I see the world that you're talking about, but the world that you're talking about still needs to involve Darwin Nunez. Because if I'm on the counter attack, I need that pace. I need that pace in behind, and Jota doesn't offer it. And by the way, when you're talking about space as well, before I even read Ryan's super chat here already, Badr gets it. He says Nunez open space for Salah and Diaz, Gakpo doesn't. That's the one thing I'm saying. Like, if you want to play Gakpo on Rodri, right? As a matter of fact, let's say you want to play Gakpo in the 10 and play 2 DMs behind him, I'd even accept that. Like, if you want to say Gakpo just run around Rodri, I'd have no problem with that. I have a problem with not starting Darwin Nunez, specifically in said fixture, because what you need to beat Manchester City is pace and power on the counter-attack. And I'm sorry, Gakpo doesn't give us that. Gakpo is fast before you start your bullshit. Gakpo is fast, but he doesn't have nearly enough as much explosiveness as Nunez. You know, Nunez goes from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in like 3 seconds, which is what we need.
Yeah. Some, the big another question I've got: are you playing Salah on the wing or up front?
I don't mind either. I literally have zero problem with either.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out your system. So if you're playing Jones, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Salah has to be on the wing because you're playing a 4.
Yeah. In that system, yes, on the wing.
I don't think that's the way.
But that's because I'm playing Diaz.
But I don't think that's the way to use Salah against Manchester City. I think you're better off putting him up front on the last line, letting him, because not only does Salah occupy defenders himself, so you'll see the likes of Guardiola.
Everyone's claiming to be a Nunez guy now, subhanAllah. Everyone's claiming to be. Rose, weren't you anti-Nunez? But anyway, carry on.
The likes of Ake or whoever's at that left centre-back spot, they won't have the same freedom because Salah will be up front in that space.
Why are you arguing something I'm not arguing?
No, but this is why...
I don't mind Salah being a forward or a winger. He'd work out in both. I have no problem.
This is why I'm explaining why I can't play Nunez to start with. This is me explaining it. So if I'm playing Salah up front, I have to play someone on the right because I'm playing a 4-4-2. Salah can't play there because he's up front. So I have to play Elliott there. I have to play Elliott there.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Therefore,
you could even do Diaz slightly.
I potentially, but I think it's a bit of a tough fit. Plus, I prefer Elliott's defensive work. He might not be as good in terms of pace and etc. But last season at Anfield, he put in a very good performance.
I know. Back and shit, you're right. Okay.
I know he can do that. So then I got to the last attacking spot, and what I need at that point, if I'm playing Salah up front, he's being the poacher. Jota and Elliott are out wide doing graveyard shifts. I need a link-up man. Because right now I've got a very large gap. But then I'm wasting Salah then because why?
No, you're not wasting Salah because you know who's the best. If you had a chance, I'll disprove your logic right now. This very second, I'll disprove your logic. Nunez is making a run in behind the defenders. Name one player in the whole team who would make a more accurate pass than Salah. Go on.
More accurate pass than Salah? Probably none.
Yeah, okay. Other than Trent, who's the right back, fair enough. But I'm talking about like midfield onwards.
Yeah. So
other than that, no one is making that pass. Of course, I would rather Salah be the creator because Salah is our best creator and our best finisher and our best everything when it comes to forwards. Now, what I will say is, I'm not gonna make Salah become the goal scorer against Manchester City because you're limiting him when you do that. Because Salah's complete. Yes, because when Salah gets the ball, he can hold it up. He can draw 2-3 defenders. Then Darwin makes the run. And who's the best player to make a pass in behind for Darwin Nunez? Mo Salah. Perfect creator for Darwin.
You just said to me that you would not put the player who has scored the most goals against top 6 sides in Premier League history. You would not want him to be your chief goal scorer in a game against the top 6.
He done right wing. And you said he doesn't do right wing. Against
City, I'm playing him up front. And he's being the main guy.
Yeah, but I think you're making a mountain at a molehill because Mo Salah scored against City last season from right wing and from striker. What difference does it make?
When did he play right wing?
Etihad 4-1 loss. Hello.
You do realize that the SC haven't played the 4-4-2 again?
No, we didn't, brother.
Yeah,
go check it.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we did not. I'm gonna read it right now.
Manchester City. The lineup was Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Elliott, Jota, Gakpo, Salah. Elliott was on the right.
Reading the lineup because you're a well-known liar. And I just said he's a well-known liar. This right here from Google. What's this shape? Even if it's not clear, what's the shape? 4-3-3. Don't lie to the people.
Oh, yeah, because Google nails us. Google has never once got a formation wrong. Never once got a formation wrong.
So why should I listen to you then?
Because I watched the game.
4-3-3. You know why? Because the 4-3-3 was criticized after that game.
The 4-3-3 was criticized all fucking season. It wasn't just that game.
Yeah, exactly. So we played 4-3-3. Thank you very much.
We started that game in a 4-4-2.
You're thinking more about the Liverpool defense. I'm thinking about how we can hurt them. And your P-word mentality is the reason why Manchester City always get 3 points. Because players that come play against Manchester City, teams that come play against Manchester City, they don't want to attack them. They don't just want to sit back and go like, oh, come attack us, Man City, and we're just going to park the bus and you do your thing. F that. Let's attack, man. Let's attack. Big up to Ryan who says, Alisson, Trent, Matip, Virgil, Gomez, McNuggets, Szoboszlai, Coutinho, Salah, Gakpo, Diaz should be the lineup on Saturday. Maybe Jota instead of Diaz. I'm not sure. No, but your one is even worse with Salah, Gakpo, Diaz. Because now everything is on Mo Salah. That one's even worse. I'm so sorry. If you play Salah, you need either Jota or Nunez. You need another goal-scoring threat. It cannot be just Diaz dribble. We cannot do that. We cannot do that, Ryan. We need another goal scorer next to Mo Salah. Guys, you guys are putting too much on Salah's shoulders, man. Have some shame. He's one of the...
He's the best big game player.
He's the best player in the whole league.
But I'm putting too much on his shoulders by asking him to be the goal scorer.
Yes, because even the best players ever need help. Brother Messi needed help to win a World Cup, and that's Lionel Messi, the GOAT.
So you're telling me that by putting Gakpo, who I think is the best creator bar Salah in the attack, Jota on the left and Elliott on the right, so he doesn't have to track back.
So you just proved my point right. What did I just say? I said alongside Salah, you either need Jota or Nunez. You said Jota. Now read Ryan's super chat. Read his super chat. What does it say?
Right.
You see? Mr. Smart ass. So we agree then.
See, he said maybe Jota instead of Diaz.
No, I'm reacting to his lineup. By
No,
definition, it cannot be
that-
Diaz,
that-
Gakpo, Salah.
That,
It
that,
can't.
that's a shit. That's a shit lineup. That's a shit lineup. The
Yeah,
attack
that's
isn't-
shit. It cannot
the-
work.
The one thing I will say about that is I don't think Gakpo can play up front in a 4-3-3 anymore if you've got Szoboszlai behind him because they're going to just take each other's job. Gakpo worked as a false nine when you didn't have creative midfielders because he's done the creative midfielders job. When you've got creative midfielders, you don't need him there because he's just going to end up in the same spots. If you look, I can hear the Nunez shout, but it comes down to: do you think the way I would set up to counter City? Do you back Darwin Nunez to do a good enough defensive job on Rodri?
Yes, because Darwin Nunez has a high work rate. I've never looked at Nunez and went like he's not giving his all.
But
the only thing I've criticized Nunez is him
this-
missing chances.
Never said that because it's not about giving his all. It's about IQ. You can't just press Rodri. Rodri is press resistant. To stop Rodri, you have to cut the ball out before it gets to him. Do you think Darwin Nunez can play passing lanes?
Yes, he can. Why not?
Then fair enough. I don't believe he can to the level that Gakpo can, which is why I'm
You're
playing Gakpo.
disrespecting Darwizi, and you just got Darwizi, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't say,
You
again,
just
it's
got
not
Darwizi, Tom Little, on your head, Tom.
disrespecting him. It's not disrespecting him.
I'll be honest with you, Ryan, you have given by far the worst lineup. Because Gakpo, Diaz, and Mo Salah cannot work. It just does not work. I'm so sorry. Because now it's Salah creative and goal scorer. Gakpo creative, Diaz creative. So now we're screwed. We need a goal scorer. At least Jota or Darwin. Simple. F the counter. Attack like Chelsea. Tom, you waffle, says Mike Das. By the way, me and Mike Das are going to be live together, inshallah, today at 9 p.m. for the call-in show. So we're going to start at 9. Tom Little might call in, actually. I'll send him the link first as a celebrity so he can come and discuss this with Mike Das. Because I feel like Mike Das also, sometimes he's scared of Tom Little. So maybe when he sees him face to face, he'll start trembling and shit. So, yeah.
Hey, Sam,
anyway.
I've just got one more question. We go to City at the Etihad. 90th minute, 0-0.
Yes.
There's a chance. We're through 1-on-1.
Yes.
Who do you want to have that chance?
Mo Salah. Don't even try.
So then why is it me giving that responsibility to Salah? Putting too much on his shoulders.
Tom, you need to stop being an asshole and changing what I'm saying to win a debate. You understand? You need to stop being an asshole and just listen to what I said. If it's the forward line that Ryan suggested, it does not work. And if it is Jota, now it's even worse. Not even worse. It's also bad because we need Nunez. Because Nunez is the informed player. We already dropped him Spurs away. I don't want to kill his confidence as well. That's the thing.
So your thoughts on my line, Ben, as a whole? I know you're the attack. You're not, but I will still argue that for me that was the best attack we can go for. But in terms of a whole, what are you going for in terms of the rest of my lineup? So I've got Gomez at left back as the defensive one, Trent at right back.
I have no problem
with
with that. I'm personally going Tsimikas because once again, I'm playing the informed player. He played really well against Brentford. Tsimikas, you bastard, do it again. Simple. And by the way, who's City's right winger anyway? Who plays right wing for City? Don't even say Bernardo Silva because he plays midfield.
Foden?
No, Foden plays on the left.
Doku? Do you think Doku plays on the left?
Doku, then fair enough. Maybe it'll be a bit troubling.
It's either Doku or Foden. One of them plays on the left, one of them plays on the right.
By the way, that's not necessarily true because he might even start Jack Grealish.
I think he's going to start Doku for the matchup against Trent.
Okay, so you're saying Doku's on the left?
He'll put Doku on the left and Foden on the right. And who do you back?
Tell me, just give me a quick 2-minute review preview in your mind of see, that's what I mean. Badr is just nothing on Tom Little. Who assisted Salah the most? He creates for Mo too. You're getting cooked for the dumb Darwin take.
Right. Am I saying this again? I am playing Gakpo because he's going to do a better defensive job on Rodri. I wouldn't back Darwin Nunez to mark Rodri out the game. I think if you want to beat Manchester City at the Etihad, you have to put the pressure on them and stop the ball getting into Rodri. Force them to go to their wide centre-backs, who they have to take more risks, which in turn opens up more space. to stop the ball getting into Rodri, you can't mark him in the sense that of how Nunez does, where he starts miles away and then runs and closes down. You have to cut off the passing lanes. You have to wait for a Gavardiol or a Walker to try and play it into him. Then you stick your foot in that gap, you take it.
But you're going to defensive. That's the problem. You're parking the bus.
Maybe I am. Maybe
are you scared of Man City? Be honest, because tomorrow I can't be telling LB and Nobbins we're going to beat them, and then you come tell me no, we might get a draw.
Man City fucking scare me, yeah. They scare me, yeah. Of course they do. So maybe I'm treating them with too much respect, but I'm just going. I think that is the best way for us to settle. If you want to start Nunez and go to the 4-3-3, it works, believe, because you're taking the games to them, and that could work.
You know the whole Nunez for 20-25 minutes. What you and Ryan are saying, because now we're trying to saying, okay, let's say Jota instead of Diaz. It's going to be an intense game. So imagine bringing Nunez on against tired legs for the last 20-25 minutes. Jota's a high work rate player. You could play Jota down the middle to press Rodri as well, and then play Diaz anyway. But that's besides the point. Let me just say something, right? This whole Nunez, no, Mike is going to be on at 9. If Tom is up for the test, I'll send him the link at the start. That's it. So anyway, here's the thing now. This whole bring on Darwin Nunez against tired legs for the last 20-25 minutes. The question now becomes, what if we're 2-0 down? What if we're 3-0 down? Because people keep saying this against tired legs. Okay, this works. If it's 0-0, it works. If it's 0-0, it works. If it's not 0-0, why would it work? Why?
It can work. It's 1-0. It's if the game is gone. It's if the game is completely gone.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Last season was 4-1, Tom. Game ended by half time, essentially. It was like 3-1 to them or something.
It was 1-1 at half time.
No.
Yes.
Whatever. Game ended by 60th minute. Don't be an asshole. You know what I mean. So point is, by 60th minute, the game was over. Then if we brought on 3 Nunez's, it wouldn't have made a difference. So why not use your weapons from the start? Why wait to get punched to then punch back?
Because I don't want to.
You're not a true Darwin fan. I'm the real Darwin fan.
Whatever. I've had enough proof. You slide them off. But imagine, I'll go back to the boxing analogy. I'm setting up in this rather than trying to counter, trying to punch, because I might get countered. I'm scared of the counter punch. I want to set up and wait for them to tire themselves out, or wait for them to get annoyed and start doing stuff that they don't normally do. I am backing our defense. You're backing our attack. That is fine. It's just different ways to look at it.
And the teams that have been successful against City, what have they done? They've backed their attack. Be honest. Now, when you say back their attack, I'm not saying attack them and just open up streets behind you. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is you need to also look at yourself scoring goals. Why is it always we need to defend, Habibi? No, sometimes you have to look at yourself scoring. But anyway, I appreciate you so much, Ryan. That works only if it's 0-0 or maybe they're 1-0 up. But they are vulnerable to the attack. Completely give the mic.
This season, they've lost to Newcastle, they've lost to Wolves, and they've lost to Arsenal. In each of those games,
and they've drawn to Chelsea. Name the draws.
Okay, they drew away to Chelsea as well, and they won the Super Cup on pens, so they drew 1-1, and they lost the Community Shield on pens, so they drew 1-1. Every other game has been a win. The games that they lost were against teams that kept them quiet in the attack. It wasn't 4-3s, because if you're going pound for pound with Manchester City, they more often than not come out on top. So I am trying to nullify them.
You're saying go pound for. I'm not even saying go pound for pound. I'm just saying let me punch them too, instead of thinking about protecting the punch.
But I'm saying that we're over.
This is why I said it only works if it's like if it's 0-0 or 1-1 at 70th minute, then it works. Now the question is, what if it's 3-1 Man City at the 70th minute? Then what? Exactly. Doesn't work. So yeah, big up to you guys. Anyway, listen, I want to wrap it up here. Big up to Badr, big up to Suraida, Mike, Ryan, Nadra. Mike's going to be on with me, inshallah, at 9 p.m. Lauren, Khaled, Mr. Link, Will, Balaji, Manus, and Frankie for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Mr. Little's channel is in the title, even though he's setting a bad precedence by not going live at all for the last 3 weeks. I haven't seen him go live. Where can we find you, Tom? I won't do it again, I promise.
Tom Little on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, the works. Just, I'll be back here maybe at 9 if I've got time. If not, tomorrow for the Man City preview. But
He'll probably be back.
I'm sure beforehand I'll be briefed before tomorrow about what I'm allowed to. Am I allowed to be scared of Man City tomorrow, Husam, or have I got to?
No, you are allowed to be scared, but it's about how you approach it. When I tell you, yo, Tom, me and you are gonna go run up on these 3-4 people, you don't come in with no balls. Come in with some balls and courage, you fraud. Anyway, I know Tom's gonna come at 9 because he loves an argument, because that's how Husam makes Tom Little forms. And anyone who insults Tom Little in the chat will get dunked on and banned. Only I